Artwork 43.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Twitch.com.
Where's the fucking key for this area? Jack, where's the key for this area?
Somewhere. Al's here.
Al's here. There's the key for this area.
Are you still playing just base generations?
Yeah.
Same. I'm getting close to being done. I'm on the I'm like right before the Egg Dragoon boss. I want to finish base generations before I touch Shadow stuff.
Yeah.
Just to like kind of
Let's see.
refamiliarize myself with the game.
What's the second boss gate? Is that BioLizard?
In base
Not BioLizard,
generations, it's
Chaos.
perfect chaos.
Perfect Chaos.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's... I just unlocked that gate.
Okay.
Yeah. I put like less than 2 hours into the game so far. So
It's a quick game if you don't go for
a,
everything.
It is a very quick game if you literally do not care.
Yeah. It's like there's a lot to offer in generations if you care.
Yeah. And if you're like, I've done some of this. Like, I've gotten all the red rings in generations before.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I know they've changed some of the places and then they've added the Chow.
Yeah.
They've like changed up some stuff, which is cool, but I'm like, I just want to get to the end. Because
Yeah.
Cloud is forcing us to. Anyway. Enough about that.
Yeah. I need to get back to it.
Good old Cloud. I'm during the background of this tonight's stream, I'm saving Jack's favorite episode of Delta Green.
My favorite one.
Check it out on Saturday if you're a gold stooge.
Yup.
It's his favorite episode.
It's so fun.
He had a lot of fun. I mean,
had a lot of fun. Legitimately, I'm being serious. I did have fun with it. I was just pissed off at my rolls.
Your face, the entire video does not say I'm having fun right now.
Yeah. It's the way that it is.
If Cloud ever lets us play again, I put it that way because I'm not in charge of content for the channel. But if Cloud ever lets us play again, I already have an idea for an intro into the next season. But you guys will have to make new characters for the intro. You can go return back to your old characters when we get into the season proper.
Okay.
Yeah, there is something I want to do, and I think it'd be fun. I think you guys would have a good time.
All right.
Anyway.
We're getting back into...
Are we shitting or what?
We're shitting. We're making jury duty. It's the next day. It's the next day in both real life and in the game.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Landon. Before you say anything...
Yeah, thank you.
Cloud, the mastermind behind Gaming Stooges. I mean, he literally kind of is.
He sort of is right now.
Yeah.
We gave him that role when we moved over to the podcasts because someone sort of just needs to come up with podcast topics, and so he does that. I just took on the the bulk of editing audio, and Jack
Hi.
Deals with making sure VODs and shit go up.
I'm a part of the archival district. I was quadrant. I don't know. Process. The archival wing of the Gaming Stooges process.
Yeah.
I'm making sure that this shit gets saved.
Somehow. So yeah, we sort of had split up roles because it made more sense to do that than it was to what it was before.
Yeah. All right, let's continue. And by continue, I mean begin.
This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. What happened, Phoenix? But given how things ended yesterday, I peed myself. Good morning. The mood sure is tense. Not that it's any surprise. Oh, hey! Did you read the paper this morning, boss? Huh? The paper? That came out of left field. Also, they still put it on paper? You didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news. Edgeworth is getting an ass reduction.
Oh no!
And somebody spotted the abominable snowman way up in the mountains.
God, I know I said it in the previous VOD, but her teeth are huge.
Her teeth? That's one tooth.
That's one tooth.
Yeah, one tooth each. One top tooth, one bottom tooth.
It's a singular
tooth.
A singular tooth.
Please tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena.
I was gonna say, Athena, it is late December of 2027. People definitely have cell phones and can just read the news anywhere.
Definitely not. Not in this universe.
I mean, they were still using VHS tapes in 2016, so...
Yeah. It might show up in the forest where you live, Junie. So, you better watch out, okay?
Damn, nothing.
You really should read the story for yourself. I couldn't even begin to do it justice.
See, like her teeth.
Justice.
See, like her teeth look normal here because her smile isn't as wide, but when her smile gets like really wide, it's like really jarring looking. Justice.
Oh, yeah, I said Apollo Justice, didn't I?
You mean... Oh, poor Apollo, and it's all my fault. Sniffle.
Did she say sniffle?
Athena. Sob.
Did she say sob? Oh, Junie, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. What's going on, Darkest Mustard?
What's up, Darkest Mustard?
What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, unfortunately. I mean, thank goodness. Really was looking for a new lackey, but, you know, whatever. He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. We rushed him to the hospital right away, and it looks like he's going to pull through.
It does not matter how hard he got hit. He has main character immunity. And main character immunity in Ace Attorney means that you can fall off a burning bridge and into a rushing river like 50 feet down at least. And
You can get shot.
you can get shot and just like be back at work the next day.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
But it was still quite a shock to stumble onto a scene like that.
Like a blow to the back of his head, like bleeding, unconscious on the ground. He's fine.
Yeah, he'll wake up in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Is Miss Woods all right, Athena? Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on the sofa over there, in the background. I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. Poor Junie. She believes the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom. So, I guess I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? No, the fucking bailiff. Yes, you. I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Me? I'm doing just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who've studied analytical psychological fuck are great at times like these.
It was just psychology, fuck.
I know, but we're changing it up now.
Okay.
It's a new day, new dawn, new Athena. After all, they've learned how to control their own emotions too. Somehow, I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. But there's no denying, she's a real trooper. Paulo doesn't remember a thing, does he? That stupid brat. Yeah, he can't recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in courtroom number 4 or who assaulted him. The doctor said it's probably due to that hit he took to the head. Assaulted in a Taco Bell of law and losing your memory at that. I know how that feels.
We've all been assaulted in a Taco Bell of law.
You know, sure have. But who in the world would do such a thing, huh, Mr. Wright? Grr, just wait till I get my hands on that coward who hurt our Apollo. Well, just don't look behind my back, as he slowly puts fucking rock back. Now, Athena, I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. How's everyone tonight? I'm doing okay.
Doing all right.
Let's just focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I admit, I'm just as upset as you. Okay, boss. You're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name. That's the spirit. Now, let's see. I'd better check the court record one more time before the trial starts. I have to press court record R in order to do that. Earth to Mr. Wright. I'm ready whenever you are. Alright, let's get ready to have Jack voice a character. You bet. With everything that happened to Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. You know, because this is case 1, we're not supposed to go into investigation phase. But I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right, for Miss Wood's sake, and Apollo's too. So I'm just going to Google all the answers to this court case. I'm sure we'll be fine. December 18, 9:50 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 5. Hello, trader.
Day 2.
I fed you.
All rise. I don't want to stand up. I have a blanket on me.
Yeah, I've got a blanket of piss all over me. I'm good. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods.
Oods.
Woods.
Oh boy. Okay. Why did I choose this voice for him?
I don't know, because he's Frieza.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's done after this case.
True. I don't have to do his voice again after this.
Yeah.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question?
I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor.
Did you check your pocket?
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, it's right here.
See? Always check your pockets, folks. Sometimes there's beef stew in there. I must say I am disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed.
The inside of his robes definitely have like pouches just full of beef stew, and there's like a whole straw system inside of his robes that like feed in through his beard, and he just hides them there and just puts them into his mouth whenever he wants beef stew. This is how he does it.
Beef stew.
This is how he does it.
So the tie is actually just a giant straw.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Aha. Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am. Wait, it's not a good thing.
There is a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial.
A separate matter, you say? And what might that be?
I assume you are aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial. I'm speaking, of course, of the assault on Mr. Justice in the ruins of courtroom number 4.
Uh-oh. Why is he bringing that up? Yes, what a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice. And the judge also puts a bloody rock behind his back.
At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods.
He isn't going where I think he's going with this, is he?
The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault.
Literally, why? What is her motive?
Because she hates him, actually. Order? Order in the court.
Bailiff?
Bailiff?
Order me some Taco Bell.
No, the Taco Bell's closed. We need something else.
Damn. How long until the Taco Bell gets fixed?
I don't know, but we'll have to go to Taco Del Mar, bailiff.
Damn.
On the double. They're across town. Mr. Payne, the incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. The assault on Mr. Justice has nothing to do with this trial, even though it probably actually does.
Ah, but I believe there is a connection between the case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in courtroom number 4. This is the location in courtroom number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it's quite close to where Detective Armies, how the fuck is it pronounced? Body was found.
Arme.
The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice?
Maliciously.
Maliciously. Mr. Payne, I have a separate question.
Yes?
Why does everyone bring up Apollo's ass salt?
Why do they want to salt his ass?
Why does it taste like beef stew? I must know. Anyway, why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne? To salt his rear?
I believe Mr. Justice found something in that courtroom while Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing.
Oh, okay. Thank God. You mean he found some incriminating evidence?
You mean they became fingering friends?
Fingering friends, just like me.
I've been
thought I was
fingering
the only
myself
one.
the entire time.
Payne, you will be my fingering friend after this. You too, bailiff.
Precisely. And so, I surmise that the defendant pick up a piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice on the back of the head in order to silence him.
Objection. Junie would never do such a thing.
Why did you give her Why did you give her the Valley Girl accent out of nowhere?
Because that's her other actual real voice.
How many inner voices does she have?
Yes. We'll find out by the end of this.
Oh God.
She claims to have full control over emotions. That's not what's happening. She was devastated when we found Apollo hurt like that. Miss Yikes, please control your outbursts.
Ahem. It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating on Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself.
Very well. Miss Woods is hereby officially indicted on the charge of assaulting Mr. Justice and seasoning his behind. What? Or are you listening to Mr. Toupee over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday... flashback.
Flashback.
Flashback, guys. A flashback? Why are we doing one of those?
Is there beef stew?
Beef stew? Maybe the two incidents really are related after all.
I would like to start by hearing from the defendant herself.
Very well. Bailiff, please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand and my lunch.
My Burger King lunch.
My Burger King Happy Meal lunch. Wait,
Cuff,
they don't call it
cuff.
that.
I'm sorry. Cough. I can't seem to stop. Cough. God, yes.
Miss Woods, can you stop hitting up right in the fucking middle of court? I guess she's really upset about Apollo, that she has to do heroin right in the middle of the fucking courtroom.
I was just thinking she was like aggressively vaping.
No, she's doing heroin, according to Phoenix.
Miss Woods, you went to the ruins of courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not? Yes, I did. Good, good. If you would then, please testify about what happened to the court. Okay.
I miss the days where
Hello.
all I did was voice Trucy in a scene. It's me, Trucy.
I won't be back until next game. I think. I think she shows up in like a cutscene in this game, but it's very briefly.
I think she's in case 2, right?
Is she?
Maybe not. Probably not.
We'll
She
see.
is in case 2.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, you
All right,
may
cool.
continue.
During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me and we went to the courtroom ruins together. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person?
Her portrait shows up in all of the cases, it looks like.
We probably see her at like the Wright Anything agency.
Yeah, so I do get to voice her more than
Fuck yeah.
0 times during this whole game. So, Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell? What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature. He may look like a little imp at times, but Apollo can really be nice too. I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding that one out. But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins?
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Something? What kind of something? A new beef stew recipe?
Something to do with the courtroom bombing kind of something, I think.
Oh, I don't care about that. Oh, new evidence for the case, was it? That's a very big kind of something indeed.
I believe so. He mentioned looking for some evidence when I was called away. Just as I thought, there is a connection between the two incidents. But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor.
What lie is that?
I thought I had to burp.
When she learned Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy that evidence.
Oh, there it was.
Gesundheit.
No, never. Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence. We found the proof of her foul deed here with the courtroom ruins.
What on earth? Why didn't I see that yesterday?
Do you see it? There in front of Mr. Justice's right hand? Witness the message he left us.
It's written in blood. WOODS? Why, isn't that?
That's right, Your Honor. It says Woods in capital letters. Wood? I submit that Mr. Justice left us with the name of his attacker before he fainted.
Why don't we just ask him?
Yeah, I mean, well, he doesn't have any memory of what happened. That's what Athena was saying at the beginning.
Hmm.
When you weren't voicing the any characters, I
Oh,
was just
yeah.
talking to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part of the game.
Yeah. The part where you're just like, what?
Huh?
Hey.
No, that can't be true. Why would Apollo write my name?
Mr. Wright, the nerve of him leaving that message. Why would he do this? Hey, don't take it out on me. I don't understand it any more than you do. When we discovered Apollo yesterday, Apollo.
Flashback.
Flashback. Flashback.
We didn't even have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as security heard Athena scream, they ran in and cornered off the area. I want Jack to voice Weevil.
Weevil from Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't even remember what his actual dub voice sounds like. I just always imagine him with the Beavis voice.
It's because he is Beavis. You can continue, I said that.
Okay, sorry.
After that, they were in courtroom number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves and had to leave everything to the police, even though that literally has never stopped us before. Still, I never thought they would find some bloody writing there. You'd think I'd be able to look slightly over to see that. Now then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Press on statement 2.
Okay.
Hold it. Why exactly did you go to the courtroom ruins?
We went to look for my medicine to stop my coughing.
Your medicine? Why would your medicine be in courtroom number 4?
I dropped it in the heat of the moment.
Fucking druggie.
Bum rap Riney. He was keeping my medicine safe from me. He has a little compartment that I can put things in, you see?
And Phony Fancy has the same type of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted.
It was the heat of the moment.
I had put my medicine for my coughing fits inside Bum Rap Riney. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much rubble in there. I was worried, but there was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand. So when we got inside, Apollo went straight there and started looking for my Riney in that area. It was so nice of him to do that for me, in spite of all of his injuries. Apollo is so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest.
Does she want to fuck a tree? Anyway, the way she makes him sound, you'd think Apollo is some kind of ancient god.
Ah.
But Tish.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. So that's why you went to the ruins. I see. That seems to be quite an important fact. Please add it to your testimony, Miss Woods.
Present the photo, right?
The courtroom.
Oh, the courtroom diagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot of rebel.
There was a lot of rebel right
There was a lot of fucking rebel right there, you dumb bitch.
So, he started to search the witness stand, you say, where there was nothing but rubble.
That's right. I guess maybe he wanted to start from the furthest point in the room. He was being so brave. Cough. And strong. Cough.
But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he shouldn't have been capable of that. Because he's dumb and weak.
But he was. And still is.
Dumb and weak? I agree.
He might not look it, but he really is brave. And kind, too.
He doesn't tip.
Oh, well, fuck him.
No, that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a crush on Apollo. Oh my god. Can she shut up about it? What you are claiming is something that no one should have been able to do. But I should think that anyone can be brave and kind if they wanted to be, Mr. Wright. True, anyone can be brave and kind, but if you would please take a look at this diagram. With the courtroom in this state, how was it possible to walk up to the witness stand?
Ooh.
I see your point. The rubble blocks off access to the area around the witness stand.
Humph. Does such a tiny inconsistency even matter? Perhaps the witness is simply misremembering it.
Eric. Great. Now, I'm not sure it matters.
A real man doesn't make mountains out of molehills, you know.
But that's precisely what Mr. Wright does best. I call slander, Your Honor. I call beef stew. So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I have to say, it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy from just this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any other photos of the crime scene?
Let me see, Your Honor. Ah, yes. I have one more. Here it is. It's a more pulled back version of the photo I presented before.
Appel is a still photo updated in the court record. What's that hunk of metal on wheels? Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in the photo Mr. Tonate's bomb transport case?
That's right. Is there some problem?
Oh, yes. The transport case was there in courtroom number 4 when the bomb went off. It must have been there ever since.
Oh, that's it.
Miss Woods, have you remembered something?
Yes, I just realized. Its position. It's different from before.
Its position? The position of what?
The position of that big metal thing.
The bomb transport case?
Yes, when Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the case is in the photo was open space, so it was easy to search the stand.
I see. So where was the transport case when you and Mr. Justice saw it?
As I recall, I think it was more to the right.
To the right. Then that means... In that case, the case was over there at the time of Apollo's attack? I like how you can tell that... spoilers. From this photo, you can tell that Woods is not actually Woods.
Yeah.
Because the S is clearly a 5.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Who cares where the transport case was when? What difference does it make? It has nothing at all to do with what we were talking about.
Objection! Where the transport case was has everything to do with this discussion. In fact, it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecution's argument on its ear.
What?
Well, that certainly sounds very relevant indeed. And you sound as though you know where the case was at the time of the attack. Probably because Juniper Woods just fucking told you. Yes, Your Honor. The diagram represents the crime scene as shown in the photo. And this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. Alright, I have this. The bomb transport case was right here at the time of Apollo's attack.
Dare.
Your Honor, I assert that this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault. But that's...
Inconceivable!
Miss Woods, was this where the transport case was when you saw it?
Yes! Yes, that's where it was!
Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noticed an interesting fact about this position. The transport case covers up the writing in blood. Exactly. If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no message could have been written there because the case was in the way. Which leads us to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have left that bloody writing.
Why should we believe the defendant's claim that the case was in a different position? She's obviously lying.
Objection. The fact that the case was moved after the assault on Mr. Justice is proven by more than Miss Wood's testimony alone.
What? And where is this proof you're talking about?
It's right here in the crime photo. I'm keen to see this proof myself, Mr. Wright. What in this photo indicates that the transport case was moved after the assault?
That right there. That right
No,
there.
No?
His bandages. His bandages.
Oh yeah, that's
See,
you. Yeah.
where he got ran over. Yeah. Please take a look at this mark that runs over Mr. Justice's bandages here. I see it. I see it now.
It's always been inside of me.
I see it.
Beef
I see
stew
it now.
is so free.
But what is it? This mark was made by one of the casters.
Casters? Casters?
Casters.
Casters.
From
Sure.
one of the wheels from the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. Then, after Mr. Justice was assaulted, the transport case was moved.
What?
Just as Miss Wood said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to have left that message in blood.
No!
You did it, boss. It was a real nail biter, but you pulled it off.
She slipped a little bit into Trucy on that one.
Don't tell anyone. Yep. That should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards.
Until...
Bada boom. Until someone says anything. Order! Order in the court. Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction. 5 brownie points. Ooh, brownies. It was nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that.
See?
Take this.
Phoenix has separate teeth. Athena just has giant tooth.
Tooth. Club tooth. I'll take one donut.
Ooh, a donut? I'll take one.
Mr. Maple Donuts.
Can I have a donut?
Unfortunately, there's literally only one donut in the box, Jack. So...
Can't believe this.
You will have to split it with Trader. Boss, I'm sensing a definite smug and bratty vibe coming off of you.
Braggy, not bratty.
No, he's very bratty.
Oh.
I don't know why that came out different than I thought it would.
have just one question, Mr. Wright. Nom, nom. Yes, Your Honor.
Look at that fucking grin.
That's smug. If Mr. Justice didn't leave this message in blood, then who did? Huh? What?
Goof. Oh!
Well... hold on. Looks like I should have taken the train of thought through to the last station.
Ha-cha-cha-cha. Well, well, I've heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it?
Ah, this feeling. It brings back memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin. Gee, Mr. Wright, the judge kind of makes you sound no better than a 2-bit con man.
You made your argument with such confidence, Mr. Wright. Now I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence.
Hey, until the judge asked the question, you didn't catch on either, Buster. What now, boss?
Heh heh heh. I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner. The zoom in.
Think, Phoenix. Think. There must be a way through this. I have to dig my way to the truth somehow. Who could have written that message in blood?
Someone else?
Someone else?
If it wasn't Apollo, who could have left the bloody message?
If it wasn't Apollo, who could have left the bloody message?
Ted
Candace
Tony.
Arme.
Candace Arme.
Yeah, it was Candace.
It was Candace Arme.
It was Candace Arme. Take that! To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this.
That's okay. We're going on hope. And yeah.
That's about it. But I've come this far. There's no turning back now.
I see it. I see it now.
See it now. Besides, Apollo, there was one more person who shed blood at the crime scene. A person who shed blood? You don't mean? Oh, but I do. I believe it was Candace Arme. Arms.
Arms for
Candace
the Nintendo
Arms.
Switch.
Arms for the Nintendo Switch who left behind this message in blood. What?
Rabble, 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 rabble.
Cheesy.
Cheese whiz.
What? Detective Arme? Are you sure you know what you're doing here? Not really.
What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If you had said the attacker left the message to throw people off, it might have made sense.
At first glance, that would seem to be the most reasonable explanation. However, Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write such an extensive message.
Uh-oh.
Ah, I see. Even the photo makes it clear that there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters. Mr. Justice did survive. I suppose he didn't bleed very intensively in that case.
But why would Detective Arme write for the defendant's name? There is no connection between the two whatsoever. Oh, flashback. Yeah, flashback. They had never even met each other.
That's very true. Well then, let's see. There may be the intended meaning, then maybe the intended meaning of the message is not what it appears to be. The intended meaning?
Not what it appears to be.
Maybe the message is not intended to be Woods. Coming from you, that's quite the bold statement, Mr. Wright. You wish to assert that this bloody writing could have been had some other meaning?
I mean, this game franchise has a history of, like, characters who, on the surface, seem to have written a person's name before as their dying message.
And it has some other meaning?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, no one can remember past 5 seconds ago. Yes, Your Honor. For something I pulled out of a wormhole, aka my butthole, it could turn out to be true, right?
Objection! Humph! It clearly says Woods, as anyone can plainly see. What other meaning could it possibly have?
Objection!
But Candace May was a detective. Maybe Woods only means something to the police. Like a police scanner code, for example. I didn't think of that.
You have tricked his honor, but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for studying on the weekends, as you may have already guessed. And there is no such radio code as Woods in this state, dear Mr. Wright.
Is that a fact? Don't look at me. I know as much as you do about police codes.
Click.
Enough of this. I was taken with the defense's new theory. But if they can't substantiate it with anything, then I must end things here. No, please wait, Your Honor. Very well, but before we discuss this theory any further, I demand a plausible explanation. So, Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of the bloody writing? Well, I believe it's...
It's crazy how not a single person has not noticed, like, there's more writing beyond the woods. Like, it's very obviously, like, there's some red.
Can you hit the history?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And no stalling. If you can't come up with an answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over. I'm in trouble now.
I'm in trouble now, Gohan.
What other meaning could it have besides the obvious one? Maybe, maybe it means something in another language, or maybe it's a code? Think, Phoenix. You can do this. Which piece of evidence will tell us about the woods really means? This is the bomb transport case. Look at that.
Yep.
It's right there.
Yep. Woods.
Woods.
Take that!
The bomb transport case? I've about had it up to here with your shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
All the way up there?
All the way up here. My ankles. Hey, take a look at the numbers on this case, Your Honor. L10015R. Doesn't that string look vaguely familiar? L100... What does that have to do with anything?
What could those numbers possibly have to do with the case at hand?
Now, please take a look at this bloody writing shown in the crime photo. Oh, I think I see it. That a girl. That's one on my side. It says woods.
Uh-uh.
Or you could say it's a horse of a different color, Your Honor.
I would not say that.
It's a hoe of another color, Your Honor. A whore of another color.
Ah, that makes sense.
No, there you go. The first character isn't a W, it's actually an L and a 1. And the next two are zeros. Oh, my goodness. The true meaning behind the bloody writing isn't Miss Wood's name. It's the number engraved on this bomb transport case.
Objection!
What are you talking about? The next part doesn't make any sense. The next number is
You
a
don't-
1, but the bloody writing says D.
Objection!
But the case on the side and the bloody writing can be made to match up quite easily.
The case on the side.
The number on the case and the bloody writing can be... I don't know where that came from. This is how the number on the transport case can be made to match the bloody writing. Erase 2 lines.
Yeah.
Please erase... Oh, please erase the third downward stroke of the W and the curved part of the D. Well, would you look at that? Lewis.
Lewis?
Lewis? No, Your Honor. Louis.
Louis.
It isn't
Omar.
meant to be read as a word.
Omar.
Omar. It's the number L10015. Which, if you take away the final R, is the exact same number that's on the bomb transport case.
Objection!
Humph. Erase 2 lines and they match up, you say? Well, I can change anything to end to anything else simply by erasing 2 lines. What if we erase 2 lines from your name? Would you be as happy as Mr. Rye?
Well, Would you, Mr. Rye? The only right spelling is right. Okay, I'm doing pretty well here, and I think I've drawn the right conclusion. Detective Arme's real message to us, the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, the 2 lines were added by the real culprit to intentionally mislead people.
What?
The original message Detective Arme left behind was the transport case number. But whoever assaulted Apollo changed the message. If you're right, boss, then what do you suppose Detective Arme was trying to tell us? Good question. What does this number represent?
Flashback.
Candace Arme lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying message could have only have had one purpose.
No!
Yes. To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing. Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. Rye. Tell us who she was trying to name. The culprit that the victim was trying to identify is none other than Mr. Detonate. Sorry, Ted-tonate. The defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted-tonate on the charge of I almost said classroom, courtroom bombing. Classroom and courtroom, 2 very different feels. Ted-tonate? Apparently, ooh, jeez. Disabling bombs isn't Mr. Ted-tonate's only specialty. Somehow, the victim must have realized that he was the bomber. So, when she was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transport case number as her dying message. She used Mr. Tonate's own ID to finger him for the crime because they were fingering friends.
Objection!
Why would anyone go out of their way to be fingering friends? I mean, write an ID number. Wouldn't they simply write the person's name?
He's got a good point there. What do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright? That only Detective Arme would know the answer to that, but allow me to offer a theory. A courtroom theory. Perhaps Detective Arme couldn't recall Mr. Tonate's name in the heat of the moment.
Heat of the moment.
As I recall, this is the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible that they wouldn't have been familiar with each other. Or maybe using the ID number was a way to hide the true meaning from the real culprit, thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing. But no matter what the reason, the important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains she wrote Mr. Tonate's ID number.
Objection!
Now, just one moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Detective Arme who wrote it. The bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast. If Detective Arme had left the message, it should have been found at that time.
Objection!
Naturally, Mr. Tonate hid it before anyone could discover it. And there's a simple explanation for how he was able to do so.
What?
Mr. Tonate was able to cover the message up because he's the first to find the body. Wearing those weird goggles.
Yup.
The first person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tonate himself.
Flashback. Yeah, flashback.
When Mr. Tonate saw the victim had written his ID number, he peed his pants, and then he used the bomb transport case to cover up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure. Oh, so that's why the message in blood was under the transport case. He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. So, those letters lived on to serve another function. When Mr. Tonate used them in another incident, oh, the assault on Mr. Justice. Exactly. Mr. Tonate hit upon a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purposes. His own porpoises, if you please. So, he didn't clean it away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it. By adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective Arme left behind. He changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the attack. So that means the only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Tonate.
Gah!
Order in the court. Order, I say.
Bailiff!
Say, bailiff, where's my beef stroganoff? It looks like we have to hear from the bomb specialist himself. Mr. Payne, please have Mr. Tonates, Mr. Potato, take the witness stand. That was great, Mr. Wright.
No, sorry, I missed his line. Oh well.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Ugh. Just doing what I do best, which is flying by the seat of my pants.
Yeah, flashback, shut up.
I've finally drawn Mr. Tonate back onto the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Goggle Man. Now watch me take your lies apart. Can we take a quick break?
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah? Okay.
yeah. I want to get water and some shit.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. Break time.
Yay!
Yay, we'll be right back. So I have to share what I brought back. Is Landon back? I'll wait till Landon's back. Landon's back.
What?
I have to
Were you
share
waiting until I come back?
what I brought with me.
What'd you bring with me?
What I brought with me.
No,
I
what'd you
brought
bring to me?
what I have. I didn't bring you anything. I brought myself this.
What?
This is not cinnamon toast, but Pepperidge Farm French toast
Oh.
with Tillamook cream cheese.
Oh.
Tillamook.
Where
Oh,
can we see it?
That's damn good. Oh, hold on. I can put my camera
I
on.
need to see it so I can come even more.
All right.
Al says, I guess we're not reaching case 2 tonight. I mean, if we get to case 2, it's going to be the very beginning. We still have...
Yeah.
We have 2 cross-examinations to do.
Yeah, true. Hi. It's
There he
me.
is. Let me see it.
There it is.
Oh. Do you have the container of cream cheese?
I don't. Sorry.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's the way it is.
Get out of here.
Tillamook.
Okay. It's a good thing you don't voice any characters that are important, so you can keep eating. Wow.
Well, I voiced fucking Detonate Man.
Like I said, no characters that are important.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Not sure whether to get nacho cheese or Cool Ranch. Always get Cool Ranch.
Get both. That's the real
Mr.
answer.
Potato, I'm afraid you have a few more. We have a few more questions for you.
Did you call him Mr. Potato?
I did.
Nice.
I did. I would like some fries. Curly fries.
I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are all laughable.
Objection!
I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Potato. Wait, Tonate? The message in blood matches your ID number. It's right there. The same ID is there on the bomb transport case.
Such a far-fetched theory. No better than a tangled ball of wires.
That's a Pokemon.
I'll have them untangled for you in no time at all.
You were the first person on the scene after Detective Arme left her message in blood. You weren't the only one. You weren't. You were the only one who could have hidden the writing, then used it again later.
I see. X2. But then, let me ask you. Do you have any proof that Detective Arme wrote that message?
That's a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. Wright? The best way to prove Detective Arme wrote this message is to analyze the DNA. Your Honor, I request that the DNA test be performed on the blood itself. Once we know who it is, it'll be obvious as to who wrote the message. Whose it is. Womp. Very well. Bailiff, please put in a request for a DNA test with the forensics team. That's you?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was eating.
How dare.
Yes, Your Honor.
It will be sometime before we have the results of the analysis. Ew, I spit up some water on my pants. Until then, let's hear more from the witness.
I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is.
Witness testimony. After the explosion.
I admit I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. But there was no bloody writing there at the time. Anyway, there is no way Detective Arme could have written it. She struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found.
So, you're saying that the victim's body was nowhere near where the writing was?
Precisely. It is as plain as day that she could not have written it. It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance to the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, there is blood on the rubble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting her head there.
Courtroom bonding photo added to the court record. Yay. I see. All right. Then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart? Yeah, I think so.
Present Arme's autopsy report on the fourth statement.
Ooh.
Take a look at that autopsy report really quick. Trauma to the back. Oop.
Caused
Trauma
by
to the
impact with
back
a
of the
flat
head.
object. Bitch.
Objection!
You're a terrible liar, Mr. Tonate. Bup, 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 bup. Oh. Please take a look at this autopsy, specifically the part about Mr. Detective Arme's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to the back of head caused by impact with a flat object.
Yes? What about it?
Now, take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed, just like my hair.
I'm not even going to try and read that one.
Hey, you're right, boss. It is pointy, just like Apollo's spike. Just like your hair. That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction? I believe it means the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The bloodstain you see is just another fabrication. Its purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance.
Are you claiming the culprit moved the victim's body?
That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some other location. Most likely on the floor or some other flat surface. And this location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found. In that case, she definitely could have written the message.
Your Honor, I have the results of the bloodstain analysis. Wow, that was quick.
Ah, very good timing. Let's take a look. According to this report, the message was written in Detective Arme's blood. And, as the defense claims, only the parts... History, please.
Oh, sorry.
Only the parts of the message that were added afterwards were written in Mr. Justice's blood. It would appear that the defense's assertion is correct after all. Yes, you did it. You were right, boss. Now I have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later. Mr. Potato, it is now apparent that you have told several lies to this court. I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself.
Fine, I will confess.
You will? But then, why are you so calm?
This time, I will tell the truth.
Witness testimony. The truth.
The truth.
It is true that Detective Arme wrote my ID number. She very plainly wrote loser. I was shocked.
But I did not detonate the bomb.
Detective Arme must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad.
I see. So, it is your assertion that you moved the body. Is that it?
That is correct. I did not kill Detective Arme.
Oh. Well, if that's all you did, then... Wait a minute! That, in and of itself, is a criminal act. Arrest this man. Case closed. Glad to see you finally crossed the finish line, Your Honor. Very well, then. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright. Present Apollo's assault photo or the bloody writing analysis on the second statement.
Objection!
I just want to make doubly sure that L10015R is really what you saw written in blood.
Yes, it very clearly said Lewisser.
But that's odd, because that's not what I see.
Objection!
What on earth are you babbling about now? Wasn't it you who claimed the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place?
Take a good look at this photo in the bloody writing analysis. Now, tell me, does it really say L10015R, aka loser?
Oh, eep!
Something is missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Potato?
Oh, right. Now I remember. There was no R on the end. It was just a slip of the finger. My bad.
Come back, my beautiful contradiction. Mr. Wright, I'm not so sure it was just a simple slip of the finger. You have something for me, Athena? I sense that he's extremely agitated, almost panicked. He does look pretty flustered. Nah, he looks normal to me.
Yeah, he looks
Well,
alright.
Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake. I don't know. Did he really just make a typo?
He actually saw it.
What about that R? Did Mr. Tonate really see it? Maybe Mr. Tonate really did see the R. But there's no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? Huh? Now that I take another good look at it, it looks, the photo, I think maybe... That's it! What is it now, Mr. Wright? Are you trying to eliminate
Yeah.
Apollo and his cords of steel? I've got it. So that's what happened. A slip of the finger. Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I propose that Mr. Tonate really did see the letter R. But the photo clearly shows that there is no R. No, Your Honor. Actually, just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Tonate actually could have seen the R. If you're going to make that claim, then you'd better be able to point out what you mean. What part of the photo shows that Mr. Tonate could have seen the R?
This.
The little pointy thing.
The little pointy thing right there.
Take that!
Please take a look. At the right of the 5, do you see a little bit of red? Oh, I see it.
I see it
Just
now.
on the- I see it now that you finally fucking pointed out. Just on the edge of where the floor is broken.
It took it took this long for anyone to notice that.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. They're all dumb idiots. They're all dumb baby idiots. That's the R that Mr. Tonate saw.
Objection.
It's true that the witness wears some very, very odd goggles. But that doesn't mean his eyesight is bad, nor his brain power. What part
Yes,
of that
it
little
does.
What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you?
Objection.
Part of the floor is broken up, dipshit.
But what Mr. Tonate saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole and complete R written there.
Al says everyone's been lobotomized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's the first case. Everyone has first case stupidity.
Even though this is not the first case.
No, it's not. But it's the first case in the order that you play them.
So everyone has to be extra stupid dumb babies.
Yes. It's crazy that this is taking place like within the within the timeline of the fourth and fifth cases, because it's oh man.
Everyone gets really smart
And
then
then
really dumb
for 2 days.
and then really smart again.
Yeah.
Kind of. At their level of really smart, which is like really dumb. Before the floor was damaged by the explosion. Oh, well that explains it. Huh? Care to explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order. Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing of when the R was written turns everything about this case around. Now, then, if the floor was damaged by the explosion, when was the message written? Before the explosion.
Before the explosion. Because of a crack in the floor.
Because of the cracks.
Oh, sorry, hold on.
With the... Oh.
I pressed it too soon.
With the bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that, we can only conclude that it was written before the explosion.
But that's ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
No, you.
No, you. If that was true, it overturns your own premise. That's right, it does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred.
Gasp.
Order! Order in the court.
What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
Objection.
True, but consider this scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion, or even before the trial began. Her body was subsequently placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. That way, it could be made to look like she was a victim of the blast.
What?
It sounds like we had better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Arme before the trial?
Let's see. According to the police report... here it is. One person. One person saw the victim before the trial. And that person was... Ted Tonate. Wait, what?
No one besides Mr. Tonate saw the victim?
That appears to be the case, Your Honor.
Why is he typing out ellipses?
Yeah.
I would now ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Tonate's words from yesterday.
Yep.
Oh my. Mr. Tonate, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were at the scene of the crime. Courtroom number... Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony from Mr. Tonate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial. Mr. Potato, your testimony, please.
My testimony? There is no need for...
He's completely unnerved, Mr. Wright. You must have hit a nail on the head.
Because all I did was transport the bomb to the courtroom. I already told you. Plow to joust. Bless this thing. I was only in the courtroom with the victim because of our work. I swear I was only transporting the bomb there.
Objection!
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you clearly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Objection!
Tisk tisk. Do you always leave yourself so open to attacks, Mr. Wright?
What now, Mr. Payne?
Yes, Mr. Tonate may have had the opportunity to kill Detective Arme, but an important piece of your assertion is missing.
What an important piece.
The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
Oh, that's easy. Mr. Payne has a good point. Like the first one in his whole life. Even if Mr. Tonate had the chance, without a weapon, he couldn't. We can't accuse him of the crime.
Well, Mr. Tonate? Yes, that's right. I didn't have any sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon on me. I couldn't possibly have killed Detective Arme.
Your face is a murder weapon, dude. Did he really not have... Did he really have nothing he could use as a weapon? What is it, Athena? Just looking over the victim's autopsy report. I'm hoping there's something in here that can point us in the right direction. Well, It does say she died from trauma to the back of the head with a flat object. Yeah, and to inflict that specific kind of injury, all you would need is a flat surface, right? A heavy, blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be our murder weapon. Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate,
Indict?
Sleepy.
Me too.
Indicate for the court what was used to kill Detective Arme.
We gotta power through it. We're almost done with the case.
We're almost done. We're almost done. I believe I can. Believe being the key word here.
You can?
Then please do so now. After this, we have 2 more things to present.
Okay.
And then we'll get our shit. What did Mr. Tonade have that could have been used as a murder weapon? The bomb.
The bomb. Easy.
Mr. Tonade, you say you didn't have anything that could be used as a weapon. But in fact, you had the perfect thing.
What? What the devil are you talking about?
You had this. Stuffed animal. That's the bomb. I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast. The bomb blast, no, but I believe Candice Arme was killed with this bomb. Because this is the blunt object that delivered the final blow to her head. Please recall the description of Detective Arme's head wound. Oh, I'm sorry. We have 3 more things to present.
Oh, okay.
Technically 4 for the after trial. Trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when when her head hit the floor. But a blow from any flat side of this bomb would produce that exact same wound pattern.
Ugh. Gah.
What's with him?
Then show me some proof. Where's the evidence that I hit the victim with the bomb?
He's right. I don't have anything decisive.
Did you find any of the victim's blood on the bomb? That would be decisive proof.
Yeah, this is Ace Attorney.
But too bad. The bomb is blown to bits. It's long gone. Boom! Game over! Game over, yeah!
Game over, yeah! Yeah. Mr. Wright, is there really nothing on the bomb in the photo? No, it's cracked.
It is
Ugh.
correct.
I don't see any blood or anything. Just a giant crack in the timer. Wait. Wait. The timer display is a little broken here. Maybe it broke when it made contact with Detective Arme's head. How about fingerprints? We don't have a bomb because he blew it up because he's big and dumb. That's definitely a distinct possibility. But unless we find a fragment with the victim's blood on it, it's not gonna count. Ugh. I guess you're right. By setting off the bomb, Tonate managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. Dang. What the world do I do now? At times like this, I've got to change gears and look at things a different way. Instead of looking for things he wasn't able to hide, Phoenix needs an AC above his head. Yeah, he does. I should be looking for a way to expose the things he did hide. Ted Tonate murdered Detective Arme before the trial started. Then he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off. Which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. And I think I have just the thing. Time to present the photo that shows exactly what Mr. Tonate had to hide. Present the courtroom bombing photo.
Yeah, that one.
Take that!
Your Honor, there's something we've been all been overlooking. If the murder took place before the trial, then Mr. Tonate would have had to hide the bodies somewhere during the trial. Hey, you're right. And if we can figure out where the hiding place was, exactly, we might be able to find some evidence we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Tonate have hidden the body during the trial? Wait, a box big enough for a body, a box that was in the courtroom the whole time.
I didn't even have to think about it.
A box nobody would touch if they thought there was a bomb in it. Mr. Tonate.
What is it? Do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me?
No, you're the one who's going to show it to me.
Come again.
You heard me. Now, show me what's inside the bomb transport case.
What? Why? No, there's no need.
I just said, I've got him now. Just before the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object. And then you placed her body in the ruins of the courtroom after the bomb went off. Clearly, you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion. But Where was the body hidden during the trial? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Also, I fell asleep. What's going on? The answer is right here. Inside the box made of thick alloy plating that can withstand any impact.
No, that's, completely false.
If it's false, you should have no objections to showing us your transport case. So, let's open it up and take a look inside, shall we? Dun dun dun.
Let's not.
Oh, no.
Not if you value your life.
What's he up to now?
Remain calm and listen carefully. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes.
What? Huh?
I repeat, this HH-3000 will detonate in 5 minutes.
What's going on?
Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial before this bomb goes off.
Mr. Tonate, are you threatening me?
Heh heh heh. Heh heh heh. I am the only one who can disable this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me.
But Mr. Tonate, didn't you just say that's in a training model? A fake to practice on?
I did, but I also lied. This is the real deal. This is the HH-3000.
But the HH-3000 was used to blow up courtroom number 4, wasn't it?
How do you know it was the real HH-3000 that blew up courtroom number 4?
Huh?
The bomb that blew up the courtroom was a different one. The one that I made.
What? Then we are to take that as confession on your part?
Take it any way you would like. Just before the trial, I took the HH-3000 out of the stuffed animal and put my own bomb into it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed courtroom number 4.
Mr. Tonate, please be reasonable. Do you really expect us to believe a crazy story like that?
The HH-3000. It is so unique. I had never seen anything like it. It is so unique that I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. So, I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look inside the stuffed animal during the trial? Did anyone check to see if it really was the HH-3000 in there?
I must confess, no one opened the stuffed animal to check.
So there really was a possibility that the bomb was switched out?
No, not a possibility. A certainty. I did it.
Endless certainties.
Endless possibilities.
So, he had a real bomb with him this whole time?
You had better get out of here while you can. You do not have much time.
Order! Order in the court!
Bailiff! Please evacuate the
Bailiff.
Burger King.
Get the Burger King out of here. Make sure all my beef stew gets home safely.
I'm out of here. It's gonna blow. Run! You four are still here? Well, well, aren't you brave?
It just wouldn't do for the judge presiding to run. But that horrible explosion the other day. The judge looks like he's about to book it for the nearest exit any second. As for Mr. Payne...
that is... Ah!
And he's off. I think there's a streak of brown falling behind him. Mr. Wright, what do we do? Be pretty pathetic to run now, wouldn't it? But the bomb might really go off.
Only 3 more minutes, folks.
Is the bomb really the HH-3000? What should I do?
Run like a yellow-bellied chicken or stand my ground.
This is Florida, bitch. I can't run now.
Well, it's been fun, but I will be going now. With my dear, dear HH-3000, naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed. Even with no remote switch, this bomb can still be triggered manually. If I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot. Farewell.
Hold it!
Hold it. You're not going anywhere. Ted Tonate.
Oh,
Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. That bomb is a fake, and that man's a phony. Are you sure, Mr. Wright? My beef stew will be fine?
humph. More of your famous bluffing. Even at the risk of your own life.
Mr. Wright, none of your bluffing now. Not a time like this. Lives are on the line here. I'm not bluffing, and I have proof. You do? Yes, of course, Your Honor. It's right here in the photo of the bomb, clear as day. Proof that Mr. Tonate's bomb is not the real HH-3000. Really? Out with it then, immediately! Where's the proof that Mr. Tonate is holding not the real HH-3000? The fucking crack.
It's the crack.
It's the fucking crack. It's right there. Look at that. Wow. This is fucking hard. The display timer on the bomb in the photo is broken. Duh. Most likely, it broke when Mr. Tonate used the bomb to attack Detective Arme. But the display on the bomb in front of us is not broken. He just showed it to us. Oh, you're right. Therefore, this is not the real HH-3000. Mr. Tonate was clearly lying when he said he switched out the bomb in the stuffed animal. The real HH-3000 blew up in courtroom number 4. This bomb is nothing more than a fake, a model used for training purposes.
Ah!
Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine the inside of the bomb transport case myself. Yes, please do that, Mr. Wright.
No, stop.
Oh wait, that's his normal voice.
Blood.
Blood. What is that? Is that spilled salsa? Wait, no, is that a bloodstain? Just as I expected. Your lies have been blown to bits, Mr. Tonate. I'm confident DNA analysis on this bloodstain will confirm that it's Detective Arme's blood. And those results will conclusively prove that you murdered Detective Arme. He can do this. How about it, Mr. Tonate? Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence?
Dismantle it. You're too late. You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time. This HH-3000 is about to explode.
Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Tonate. I've already proven your bomb is a fake.
It's real. This bomb is the real thing, I tell you. It's real.
Is that why you keep slamming it down on the witness stand?
I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna do all that laughing. That's
Ha ha ha
ha
ha
ha
ha.
ha.
Mad bummer. Party of one.
Mad bummer.
There's no time left. It's going to blow. I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. I can dismantle anything. I can take apart evidence. I can take apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. Dismantle, 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 and dismantle. I'm not gonna make it.
Oh God.
Stupid goggles. It's sad that the judge and Athena are the only other people to see this.
At least Phoenix has witnesses
Yeah.
for this bullshit.
Oh! There goes his eyeballs.
Game over. Dismantle attempt failed.
Game over, yeah.
It's all over. My life has been blown to pieces. He has bombs for eyes. I've never noticed that before.
Little bummers for eyes.
It's all that stupid woman's fault. I was selling the bombs I disarmed on the black market. When I tried to take this one, she just had to notice, didn't she? She confronted me in courtroom number 4 that day. That's why I had no choice.
I like how this guy has had 4 voices at this point now.
Yeah. Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her. It's all her fault. While I was looking for a place to hide her body, she left a message in her own blood. The trial was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean it up. And now all this. I thought for sure I could disguise her death with an explosion. Then that stupid defense attorney started sticking his nose in my business. After my testimony yesterday, I went to courtroom number 4 and I found that kid all up in my bomb transport case. He was all up in it. That's when I snuck up behind him and BAM! And when the idiot police arrested that little girl, I thought for sure I could pin it all on her. Why? Oh, why?
Ted Tonate, you are hereby under arrest.
For a lot of things.
A lot of fucking things. On suspicion of the courtroom bombing and the assault on Mr. Justice. Also tampering with evidence and just being ugly.
And also murder. You murdered that lady.
Also, I guess that too, but mostly being ugly. Your innocence, or let's be real, guilt, will be determined at a later trial. Even though I think we've proven that you've done all that shit. I don't know why we need another trial. Anyway, now then, I see that members of the public have returned to the gallery. The gallery. One person, however, seems to still be peeing his pants.
Also perjury. True.
Also perjury. True. Every single person in fucking Ace Attorney should be arrested on perjury.
Oh yeah, like in the history of this video game franchise, every single like witness or like bad guy, murderer, perjures all day long.
Even like most just witnesses.
Yeah, especially Wendy Oldbag.
Wendy Oldbag should be shot.
True.
Yes. Be that as it may, I will now announce Miss Juniper Wood's verdict.
Oh yeah. Yay!
Guilty.
Wait,
wait.
what? So the top.
Wait.
We don't have the Taco Bell. What? Wait, how did the people
guilty.
come back?
They came back. They just walked back in.
Okay.
He said that they started returning. It's a fucking burger from Burger King.
It's like a Whopper Jr. or something.
So, everyone, Whopper Jr. for everyone. Court is adjourned. I get a Whopper because I'm the judge. Bailiff?
Damn, it's all that happened and it's only 12:31 p.m.
We did it.
I guess that's actually not too far off from like the total time of the stream so far. It has been 2 hours 23 minutes.
Yeah, that's about it. You did it, boss. I'm ready for a scene where it's mostly me still talking at myself. Yeah, I guess we managed to pull it off somehow. So many mysteries cleared up all at once. It was amazing. It just sort of worked out that way, didn't it? That's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen. And the way that mean old prosecutor hightailed it out of there, that was great.
Mr. Wright, Thena, thank you for everything you did for me.
Holy shit, I thought you died.
I'm still here.
Fuck. I'm so happy for you, Junie. Now you can go back home to the forest in peace.
I hope the both of you will come and visit me there sometime.
Absolutely not.
That would be...
Oh wait, that's you.
That would be nice. Thank you for the invitation. I don't know, Mr. Wright. You don't seem so sincere. I'm not sure you can make it all the way up to Junie's house. How high up do you live again, Junie?
Around 3,000 feet, I think.
What? That's no forest. That's a mountain. But you know, boss, there's something that still bothers me about the case. One little mystery we never got around to solve. Oh, that? Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Is this the unsolved mystery you're thinking of?
The remote.
The missing remote. Is the missing remote? Guys, where's the missing remote? The remote switch, right? Yeah. I wonder where it disappeared to. Maybe Mr. Tonate just got rid of it somewhere.
Or maybe we'll learn where it is in the future case. Future case, future case, future case, future case, future case.
Yeah. It's a pretty big thing to leave unsolved, though. Maybe we should have a future case about it. Well,
Ooh,
let's
can I
leave it
be in
up
a
to the-
future case?
fuck no.
I will, though.
Fuck. Well, let's leave it up to the police to find. For now, we should be celebrating our not guilty verdict. I guess you're right. Hey, I know. Junie, shall we go report the good news? You know, to that certain someone.
Okay.
Huh? Her grandmother? No, silly. To Apollo. Oh. Right. Well, why don't we all go to the hospital together to see him? Great idea. I bet he's bored out of his mind.
Okay.
And so the courtroom bombing case came to a close. But the next trial was just over the horizon.
Literally the following day.
Literally tomorrow. There's never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office. That's for sure. Apollo Justice, Athena, Crikes, and me. Phoenix Yikes.
Phoenix Rye.
Right. Phoenix Wright. Between the three of us, there's no case we can't solve. Unless a whale's involved. When our powers combined, we're fingering friends. An unstoppable team. At least, that's what I believed. Athena Sykes. But all of that changed with what Apollo said to us that day. It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test. He said, "It's a battle, win
Win
or
or
lose.
lose. It's the friends you make. It's the road you choose. You got the right stuff. Cutscene.
Oh no.
Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
There I am.
Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
Can you at least give me a reason why? I can only say that this is something I must settle on my own.
Here I am.
Apollo!
Apollo, no! Brother! Wait, we don't know that, do we?
They don't know that. I don't think they know that, period.
I don't think we ever know that, but brother!
Oh, why, Apollo? Why are you shutting us out?
Who does a better Athena? Wendy Lee or Landon Cohen?
My vote's on Landon Cohen.
Damn. What happened to you, Apollo? Ever since you put that jacket on, you've changed.
Ever since you bought that jacket on Depop, you've changed.
And now, for whatever reason, all my mind keeps doing is returning to the day I first met you. We had tackled our first case together, he and I, this past spring. And as we did, I came to know who he is, and oh god, there's so much shit.
I can't. I'm not
There's a
controlling
very
this
particular
one.
case, one in which the victim was killed by a mythical creature.
Hell yeah. And hell yeah.
We did it.
All right.
All right.
We got the first case done.
First case is done, bitches.
Next time, we will be doing the monstrous turnabout.
The monstrous turnabout with Jack's favorite characters.
I don't like this case.
He loves this case.
I don't like this case
It's-
at all.
It's his favorite case.
Okay.
But hey, just think, you get to voice Simon Blackwell soon.
True. All right. Thanks for joining, Al. Thanks for joining Darkest Mustard. We will be back next week with more. Don't know for sure what dates yet, but we'll keep you posted.
Probably Tuesday, Thursday, unless you have something that comes up.
Yeah. And hey, Dragon Quest 3 stream this weekend on Saturday.
HD 2D as long as my copy doesn't get fucking delayed.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, let's be real. I'll probably just buy a fucking digital copy at that point.
All
We're
right.
starting it Saturday, no matter what, bitches.
Okay, bye.
Bye.